the moment you think you're prepared. Outlander Season 8 reminds you that no one is ever ready for the final goodbye. Every step Jamie and Claire take toward their last chapter feels heavier, sharper, and filled with the kind of emotion fans have feared for years. Because this time, the end isn't just coming, it's already here, and it will break your heart in ways the story never has before. For more than a decade, Outlander has given us a love story that defied time, war, loss, and fate itself. But as Season 8 approaches, something feels different, like the world around Jamie and Claire is tightening, forcing them toward a final destination they cannot escape. The show has always been filled with danger, but now every decision, every whisper of prophecy, and every unfinished storyline carries a chilling weight. This is the last season, and the writers are not hiding the truth anymore. The end will not mirror the books. It will be something entirely its own. The author herself, Diana Gabaldon, confirmed that the show's ending will break away from her original plan. She made it clear that what viewers see in Season 8 will not resemble the ending she is crafting for the novels. That means we're entering unknown territory, a version of events that exists outside the safety of the books. For the first time, even the most dedicated readers have no roadmap, no clues, no hints to predict how Jamie and Claire's journey will conclude. And that alone brings a sense of suspense unlike anything in the series before. Season 7 Part 2 already places the characters on fragile ground. Jamie, haunted by prophecies and shadows from his past, begins to sense that time is running out. Claire, always the fighter, always the healer, feels the shift too. Their bond is as strong as ever, but something unspoken hangs between them, the fear that fate has stopped granting them second chances. The Revolutionary War is reaching its breaking point, and Jamie's role in it threatens to pull him into danger deeper than ever. And with only 10 episodes ahead, there is no more time to delay the inevitable. The showrunner, Meryl Davis, confirmed that Season 8 is built almost entirely from Book 9, Go Tell the Bees That I Am Gone, but with limitations so tight that many major storylines need to be condensed or rewritten. And because Book 10 is still unfinished, the writers have no access to the true final ending Diana plans for the novels. That means the show must create its own conclusion, one that ties up years of emotional threads, deep promises, mysterious prophecies, and unresolved destinies. The biggest shock came when Diana herself explained that the show cannot include the real final answers, especially not the answer fans have waited decades for, the truth behind Jamie's ghost. In the books, this moment is saved for the final pages of Book 10. But the show must find its own way to explain, replace, or entirely reinterpret that iconic mystery. The thought alone has left fans anxious, because Jamie's ghost is not just a plot point, it's the very first image of the entire story. It is the beginning, and Diana confirmed it will also be the end. And yet, the show must move forward without it. What we do know is that Season 8 will rush toward a conclusion shaped by war, family, heartbreak, and the question of whether two souls connected across centuries can ever truly find peace. Jamie's son William must face the truth about his father. Rachel and young Ian's love story demands resolution. Roger and Brianna's fight to reunite their family stretches across time itself. And lurking beneath it all are dangerous men, Archbug, Rob Cameron, and others who carry unfinished vengeance. But these are not the only threats. Time itself is closing in. Fans have begun to wonder, will Season 8 embrace the tragic beauty Katrina Balfe once described? She imagined an ending where Jamie and Claire lie down together, united in peace, slipping away from the world in each other's arms. A quiet, devastating end, the kind of farewell their love deserves, even if it shatters viewers completely. Because the truth is simple, neither of them can survive without the other. And the story has always hinted that their love might end the same way it began, with destiny pulling them toward a moment they cannot escape. Season 8 is not just the end of a show. It is the last heartbeat of a love story that has carried millions of fans through war, sacrifice, magic, and impossible choices. And with the author confirming that the show's ending will diverge from her own, no one knows what fate awaits Jamie and Claire. But one thing is certain. Whatever ending arrives, it will hurt. As Season 8 moves deeper into its final stretch, the tension around the Fraser family grows heavier, almost suffocating. Every character seems to be walking toward a destiny they can't avoid, and the writers are carefully tightening each thread. It isn't just about ending the story, it's about confronting every unanswered question that has followed the series from the beginning. The Revolutionary War, the ghosts of old enemies, the fragile rules of time travel, everything is converging at once, creating a storm powerful enough to tear the Frasers' world apart. One of the most emotional journeys ahead is William's. Season 7 pushed him closer to the truth about Jamie, but Season 8 will force him to face it fully. For years, William lived with pride in his name, his honor, and the knowledge that he belonged to a noble lineage. But learning the truth, that his biological father is Jamie Fraser, shakes the foundation of his identity. How does a man raised to despise rebellion accept that he shares blood with one of the most wanted rebels in the colonies? How does he reconcile loyalty with the truth of his own existence? Season 8 will transform William, whether he is ready or not. As William confronts his truth, danger creeps toward those Jamie loves most. Archbug's chilling promise remains unbroken, and Season 8 gives him the perfect opportunity to strike. Rachel and Ian are building a fragile new life together, but both of them know Arch's vow still hangs over them. His shadow is always present, waiting for the moment fate tips in his favor. The fear isn't just that he will attack, it's that he will succeed. The writers know the emotional impact of this plotline, and they will use it to push the characters to their limits. Meanwhile, Brianna and Roger face a battle of their own, one that crosses time itself. Season 7 ended with their son, Jemmy, torn away by Rob Cameron, thrusting the Mackenzie family into chaos. Season 8 must deliver the resolution audiences have been waiting for, the desperate search for Jemmy, the confrontation with Rob Cameron, and the question of whether the Mackenzies will finally settle in one time or continue to cross centuries to protect their family. The stakes are higher than ever, because the forces behind time travel remain mysterious. If the show ends without answering certain questions, it will leave fans wondering forever. And then, there is Fraser's Ridge, the home that was meant to be a sanctuary. After being burned, abandoned, rebuilt, and torn apart by war, the ridge carries years of promise and pain. As Jamie and Claire return, they will be forced to rebuild not just their land but their lives. The ridge has always symbolized hope, yet in Season 8 it also becomes a reminder of everything they've lost. Their peace is fragile, easily shattered by war, politics, and enemies who refuse to stay buried. But the biggest challenge of Season 8 is not the war. It is not Archbug, nor Rob Cameron, nor betrayal, nor violence. It is time itself. The show has never fully explained the rules of time travel, and with the series coming to an end, the writers must decide how much truth they want to reveal. Fans still wonder about the strange connections between healers, gemstones, voices, and portals. They wonder why some can travel and others can't. They wonder about the link between Claire's healing gifts and the mysterious figure of Master Raymond. These answers exist in Diana Gabaldon's imagination, but the show cannot reveal the book ending, and that means the writers must choose between simplifying the truth or creating a final twist that leaves viewers speechless. And with so many mysteries left unresolved, many believe the show might choose emotional closure over logical explanation. Because at its core, Outlander is not truly about time travel, it's about love. The kind of love that survives war, death, violence, and centuries. The kind of love that refuses to die. But this love is about to face its final test. When Katrina Balfe imagined the ending, she spoke with the same gentle sadness Claire has carried for seasons. She described a moment where Jamie and Claire lie down together, knowing that their lives have reached their final chapter. Not afraid. Not fighting. Just accepting. A peaceful end, so heartbreaking, yet so right, that fans wouldn't be able to forget it. But can the show do it? Can it find the perfect balance between heartbreak and beauty, finality and hope? The truth is, Season 8 is walking on a tightrope. It must close decades of storytelling, honor the spirit of the books, and still create an ending powerful enough to stay with viewers forever. The show is known for its brutal honesty, its refusal to simplify pain or soften tragedy. If the writers choose a Romeo and Juliet-style ending, it would feel tragically fitting. If they choose peace, it would feel like a miracle. Either way, one thing is certain, Jamie and Claire's journey is nearing its final breath. and the world of Outlander is preparing to say goodbye, even if fans never truly will. As the final episodes of Outlander Season 8 unfold, the story begins to feel like a long, deep breath before an inevitable heartbreak. The characters we've followed for over a decade stand at the edge of their destinies, and every moment feels like the calm before a storm that has been building since Claire first stepped through the stones at Cray Na Dun. This time, the ending isn't something the writers can delay. It isn't something they can soften. It is the moment the entire series has been moving toward, and once it arrives, nothing will ever be the same again. The Revolutionary War reaches its climax, and Jaime's role in it becomes more dangerous than ever. He has always survived the impossible: Culloden, imprisonment, loss, betrayal, and time itself. But in Season 8, the war threatens to consume him in a way that feels final. Every battle he enters feels heavier. Every decision carries the weight of fate pressing down on him. And Claire, who has saved him countless times, senses the danger in every heartbeat. Her greatest fear has always been losing him, yet this time, she knows the future offers no promises. The show carefully mirrors this tension with moments of powerful intimacy. Jaime and Claire share quiet conversations, lingering glances, and small acknowledgements that their time together might be running out. Their love has never been fragile, but now it feels almost sacred, as if every touch, every kiss, every whispered word is preparing them both for something they cannot escape. Their bond is no longer just emotional, it feels spiritual, like two souls preparing for a door that will close behind them forever. At the same time, the remaining storylines race toward their own conclusions. Roger and Brienne's battle through time finally reaches its resolution, bringing their family back together with a mix of relief and exhaustion. Young Ian and Rachel must face the last echo of Archbug's vengeance. William must decide who he becomes now that the truth of his bloodline can no longer be denied. These characters, too, feel the pull of finality. Their stories don't just need endings, they need endings that feel right. But even as the show neatly concludes these plotlines, one mystery looms above everything: Jaime's ghost. Since the very first episode, fans have waited for the answer. Who is the ghost? How is he there? What moment is he tied to? Diana Gabaldon has promised that the books will reveal the truth in the final pages of Book 10, but the show cannot use that explanation. Season 8 must find its own path, and that uncertainty has created an emotional tension unlike anything else in the series. Every fan is watching closely, hoping for clarity, fearing disappointment, and wondering whether the show will tie this mystery to Jaime's fate. And then there is the biggest question of all: how does the love story of Jaime and Claire end? Diana has hinted that the books will have a happy ending, quiet, peaceful, and rooted in Scotland. But Katrina Balfe's emotional vision of the show's ending, two lovers lying down together, accepting the end, has captured the hearts of fans everywhere. Sam Heughan himself has suggested that Jaime and Claire's final moment will be one of deep love, something that reflects the unbreakable bond they've shared since the beginning. Season 8 must choose which path to follow. And both paths lead to tears. If the show gives Jaime and Claire a peaceful passing together, it will feel poetic, beautiful, and unbearably emotional. They have lived their entire lives in chaos, torn apart by war, time travel, and fate. To leave this world together would feel like their final act of defiance against everything that tried to separate them. A tragic ending, yes, but filled with the kind of love that stays with viewers forever. But if the show chooses to keep them alive, letting them return to Scotland in old age, it will bring a bittersweet hope. We would watch them walk the hills of their homeland one last time, knowing their greatest adventures are behind them. Their ending would be peaceful, but still filled with the ache of finality. Because even if Jaime and Claire survive, the story itself is ending, and that alone breaks the heart. Either way, Outlander Season 8 is preparing to deliver an ending shaped by love, loss, destiny, and sacrifice, the themes that have defined the show since its first frame. The writers know the weight of what they're closing. They know the world is watching. And they know they cannot fail these characters who mean so much to so many. So when the final moments arrive, whether peaceful, tragic, or somewhere in between, fans will feel it like a blow straight to the heart. Because Jaime and Claire were never just characters. They were a promise. As the screen fades for the last time, one thing will be certain: Outlander may end, but the love story of Jamie and Claire will echo forever.